In 1972, the band A Taste of Honey was just forming, but it wasn't until 1978 that they landed their first major record deal, 5 albums in the next 5 years. But the very first album, A Taste of Honey, was going to include their #1 big hit, Boogie Oogie Oogie. And that's really the one song that this band is known for the most. The song is co-written by members of the band, which I admire a lot. The bass player, Janice Marie Johnson, is also the lead singer in the band. What a talented woman she is. I found 3 different recordings on internet. The single version was about 3.5 minutes long. There's another version that's just over 4 minutes long. And the only difference is that they add on a longer chorus at the end, right before it fades out. There is a 5.5-minute version of the song, which includes a longer instrumental section in the middle, as well as a longer intro. So when we learn the song today, I am going to include the longer intro. We're going to divide the song into a few parts: the introduction, the main bass line, the chorus, and the bass solo. We'll start with the intro. We have a D on the A5. Then you quickly make a hammer-on D5 to 7 to the 5 on the G string. Okay, let's do that again. Like that. Okay, after that you play 7 twice on the G, and now slide up to 10. The slide means that I touch the string and then I slide my finger almost immediately. Okay, let's review that lick. Okay, I'm keeping my finger draped across the other 3 strings to keep them quiet. But now Janice does a daring move to let the open A string ring before she plucks the 12 on the G string. And it's not very loud in the mix, but it's definitely there. Then she goes down to the 10th fret, but she plucks again the open A, and then the open A to 9. All right, and then you go 7, 7 open, and then back to the D, the A5. Okay, so that second half of the opening first part is open A, 12G, open A, 10G, open A, 9G, and then 7G, 7D, open A, and now we're back to the D, which is the second half of the intro. Start the same way, do the hammer on, and do the slide the same. But now the next part is slightly different. We have open A, then she makes it quiet for her G, 12 and 14. Okay. Now on the G we go 14, 12, 10. And then 9, and open A twice, and then you're into it. I mean, you're into the main riff. Okay, let's do that second half again, starting on A5. Now open A. comes the main riff of the song. That's the intro from the 3.5-minute version of the song. Now for a longer version of the intro, we're going to add on more. We start the same way with the A5 and the hammer on, and the 5 on the G, and the 7 on the D, and the slide up to the 10. Okay, and now the difference here is we're going to go way up higher on the neck. Open A to 12, open A to 14, open A to 17, open A to 19. Okay. Now for the last 4 measures, we do the same lick here on the hammer on, 5, 7, slide up to 10. And now we do open A, 12 on G, open A, 10 on G, open A, 9 on G, and open A, 7 on G. And slide down, and she starts her main riff. To do the longer version of the intro, let's go ahead and try all 16 measures right now. We have the main riff of the song occurs over and over. It's an amazing, catchy groove, 4 measures long. We're going to start on A5 and do your octave, which is G7, 2 times. Now open A to C, which is fret 3, then 3 to 5, and it'll be easier and quicker if you just use the same finger. Okay, let's go ahead and repeat just that much. Okay, now the next measure, we start with 7 on G again, open A, then 5, A, octave. Now go down 1 fret to 4 and 6. Okay, now you're on the next measure. It's going to be 3 and 5, octaves again, that's on a C. And then it starts over again. Okay, let's try that again. We've got D, 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 A, C, C, D, 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 A, D, D, D flat, C, 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 A, C, 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 A, C, C, C sharp. You are going to be playing that many times, so let's go ahead and try to speed you up a bit. Let's see. The chorus of the song consists of a 2-measure pattern with some variations. So let's start with the low string E, and it's 5, then 3, 4, 5 on A string. Okay, so those 4 notes again were like that. Now we're going to do 5, 4, 3 on the low E string, and then 1, 2, 3 on the A string. Okay, and now she does a quick, all right, it's kind of outlining a C chord. So you got a G5, the A3, and the open E is heard before she repeats. So now we're on measure 3. We're going to do it again with 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it ends with 4, 5 on the G string. Okay, the first chorus is short. So let's do this again. We have E string, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, open. Now let's do chorus 2, which is a variation of the same patterns. So E5, and then 3, 4, 5 on A, 5, 4, 3 on E, 1, 2, 3 on A, and do your G5, A3, open. That part was the same. Now it's going to be a little bit different. E5, 3, 4, 5 on D. Now go up to the next string, 3, 4, 5 on your D string. Okay, and then 3, 4 on the G string, and it's like this: 3, 4, 4, and then a trill. Should be just da da da, like that. Okay, let me do that second half again. It was E string 5, then A 3, 4, 5, D 3, 4, 5, G 3, 4, 4, and then trill. All right, so let's put those 4 measures together, and it's kind of like this. Okay. The trill is nothing more than 2 hammer-ons back to back, but very fast. Okay. After the bass solo is chorus 3. It's the same pattern, little variation, and it's longer. Okay, so we're going to go E5, then A3, 4, 5, E5, 4, 3, A1, 2, 3, and do your G5, A3, open E. Okay, that part was the same again. Now do your E5, 3, 4, 5 on the A, D, 3, 4, 5. Now do a G, 3, 4, 5, and then end it with D5, A3, open E. Okay, let me do the second 2 measures again. It was D string, G string. Okay, now we're starting over, or the second half. 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3. Now down low, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay, now at this point, she only hits 1, 2, and then does another trill up here. Okay, so let's do that second half of the chorus 4 measures. We have 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do the 5, 3, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, Okay? And then immediately the very next beat, you go right back into your... Okay? Let's do chorus 3, all 8 measures of it, a little bit faster now. Higher, higher. String. Okay, and then the rest is chorus and fade out. And now we got to do the bass solo. Well, the bass solo is pretty much the same riff, just a little variation. We have the regular. Oh, she does this very clever slide on the A5. And I'm not really positive how far she slides because there's not a lot of time before you got to get to this note. So let me give it a try. That's the first time I ever tried that. Let me try that again. Okay. After these 4 measures, now we're going to do a little variation. All right, so the variation during the bass solo was that quick little... So you're going to repeat the bottom note. 5, 7, 5, 4, 6, 4, and then now we snap with our finger, we snap the string upward, and that's on the G5, and then we snap the D string and hammer 3 to 5, and now snap and hammer 3 to 5 on the G. Let's try that a couple more times. Snap G5, D 3 to 5, G 3 to 5. Okay, let's try to put together those 4 measures of the bass line solo. Okay, one more time. Thank you, Janice Marie Johnson, for this unbelievably cool bass line. And go ahead and practice it. And we're going to come back to another video where we're going to play along and you'll get to do the song at 2 speeds, 75% and full. Also, I want to invite you to go to the Hal Leonard website for sheet music, and you can purchase my transcription. We got all 4 pages on there, including the bass solo and the extended intro. All right, so have fun, and I'll see you next time.